அடா அப்பாவி, குண்டு போட்டான் ப்ரோ. ஆமாம் ப்ரோ, அவனுங்க எல்லாருமே ஒரே ஒரே மாதிரி ட்ரெஸ் போட்டிருக்கானுங்க. போட்டேன் ப்ரோ, போட்டுட்டேன். அவன் நின்ன இடத்துல நான் நிற்கிறேன் இப்போ. 70% புஷ்டானுங்க ப்ரோ. எதுவுமே வரலையா சவுண்டு? என்னப்பா சொல்கிற? சவுண்டே சுத்தமாக வரலையா? ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம். இப்போ 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 என்னன்னு கேட்குது? புரியல. ஆ ஈன்னு கேட்குதா?
30 செகண்ட் கிட்ட டிலே ஆகும். ப்ரோ எதுவும் சும்மா நார்மலா போட்டு விடட்டா கேமு? ஏதாவது டிடிஎம் மாதிரி ஒன்று ஏதாவது போட்டணும். ஓகே. அங்கே லைப்ரரி ஆடுவோம். டிக்கு கொடுங்க. ஓகே. லைப்ரரி ஆடுவோம். கேக்குதா? இப்ப நான் சொல்றேன்.
Team match, let's go.
The blue team has scored for the first time.
இப்ப நான் சொல்றேன்.
Team match, let's go.
Cover me. The blue team has scored for the first time.
இப்ப நான் சொல்றேன். என் வாய்ஸ் கிளியரா கேக்குதா? சூப்பர்.
Team match, let's go.
For the blue team.
சூப்பர் ப்ரோ. பரிசு அடிக்கிறது தெரியாச்சு.
Cover me. The blue team has scored for the first time.
இப்ப நான் சொல்றேன்.
Reloading.
எனக்கு நல்லா வருது ப்ரோ. என் வாய்ஸ் கிளியரா கேக்குது. எனக்கு நான் என்ன வீடியோ பார்க்கல, நான் செக் பண்றேன். சூப்பர்.
Team match, let's go.
For the blue team.
7 கிலோ அரிசியா எடுத்தேன்.
Cover me. The blue team has scored for the first time.
இப்ப நான் சொல்றேன்.
Reloading.
எனக்கு நல்லா வருது ப்ரோ. என் வாய்ஸ் கிளியரா கேக்குது. எனக்கு நான் என்ன வீடியோ பார்க்கல, நான் செக் பண்றேன். சூப்பர்.
Team match, let's go.
For the blue team.
7 கிலோ அரிசியா எடுத்தேன்.
Cover me. The blue team has scored for the first time. Reloading.
எனக்கு நல்லா வருது ப்ரோ. என் வாய்ஸ் கிளியரா கேக்குது. எனக்கு நான் என்ன வீடியோ பார்க்கல, நான் செக் பண்றேன்.
Team match, let's go.
For the blue team.
7 கிலோ அரிசியா எடுத்தேன்.
Cover me. The blue team has scored for the first time. Reloading.
எனக்கு நல்லா வருது ப்ரோ. என் வாய்ஸ் கிளியரா கேக்குது. எனக்கு நான் என்ன வீடியோ பார்க்கல, நான் செக் பண்றேன்.
Team match, let's go.
For the blue team.
7 கிலோ அரிசியா எடுத்தேன்.
Cover me. The blue team has scored for the first time. Reloading.
எனக்கு நல்லா வருது ப்ரோ. என் வாய்ஸ் கிளியரா கேக்குது. எனக்கு நான் என்ன வீடியோ பார்க்கல, நான் செக் பண்றேன்.
Team match, let's go.
For the blue team. Reloading.
7 கிலோ அரிசியா எடுத்தேன்.
Cover me. The blue team has scored for the first time. Reloading.
எனக்கு நல்லா வருது ப்ரோ. என் வாய்ஸ் கிளியரா கேக்குது. எனக்கு நான் என்ன வீடியோ பார்க்கல, நான் செக் பண்றேன்.
Team match, let's go.
For the blue team. Reloading. Cover me. Killing spree for the red team has scored for the first time. Reloading. Doesn't have a lot of time left.
எனக்கு நல்லா வருது ப்ரோ. என் வாய்ஸ் கிளியரா கேக்குது. எனக்கு நான் என்ன வீடியோ பார்க்கல, நான் செக் பண்றேன்.
Killing spree for the red team. For the blue team. Kill. Reloading. Cover me. Killing spree for the red team has scored for the first
ப்ரோ ஒரு நிமிஷம் பொறுங்க, நான் கேஸ்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன் டிவியில். ஒரு செகண்ட். என்ன ப்ரோ? டிவியில் நல்லா இல்லை. கரெக்ட். இல்லை 720 இல்லையே ப்ரோ, இது ஏதோ 360 மாதிரி தான் ப்ரோ இருக்கு. ஆமாம் 360 மாதிரியே தான் இருக்கு. அப்படியே ரொம்ப நான் அப்படியே உங்களுக்கு வேணா ஃபோட்டோ கூட எடுத்து அனுப்பிச்சி விட்றேன். போருங்க, நான் உங்களுக்கு ஃபோட்டோ எடுத்து அனுப்பிச்சி விட்றேன். ஹலோ ப்ரோ, உங்களுக்கு அனுப்பிச்சி விட்ருக்கேன் பாருங்க பிக். இந்த மாதிரி தான் இருக்கு கிளாரிட்டி. அந்த அளவுக்கு இல்லை. இதில் எப்படி இருக்கு? டிவைஸில் எப்படி இருக்கு? மொபைலில்? ஓகே, பரவாயில்ல. ஓகே, ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்ப்போம். கர்சர்லாம் வருது டிவியில். கர்சர் இருக்குல்ல, மவுஸ் பாயிண்டர். ஓ, ஓகே ஓகே. ஆமா. ஓ. ம். இல்ல எனக்கு பொறுங்க, கொஞ்சம் டிலே ஆகுது. வாட்ஸன் ப்ரோ ரெக்வெஸ்டா? யார் ரெக்வெஸ்ட் அது? ஓ, ஆமா ஆமா, கீழே கர்சர்ஸா நிறைய இருக்கு. லோகோக்கு பின்னாடி ஒரு பாக்ஸ் மாதிரி ஒண்ணு இருக்கு. கரெக்ட் கரெக்ட். ஆ. ஓ, அப்போ ட்ரை பண்ணுவோம். ம். இது லேப்டாப்புக்கும் மொபைலுக்கும் ஓகே. டிவில எல்லாம் அந்த அளவுக்கு ஒண்ணும் தெரியல. ஆனா இதுக்கு முன்னாடி விளையாண்டது டிவி செம்ம கிளாரிட்டியா தெரிஞ்சுச்சு. ம். அந்த வீடியோலாம் இருக்கே. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி போன வாரம் லைவ் போட்டோம்ல. ப்ரோ போன லைவ் ப்ரோ, நான் ரெக்கார்ட் சொல்ல போன லைவ் ப்ரோ. இது ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல, அது சூப்பரா இருந்துச்சு. பொறுங்க, நான் அதை கேஷ் பண்றேன். ப்ரோ ஹலோ ப்ரோ அந்த வீடியோ ஹாய் ஜெகன் ப்ரோ அந்த வீடியோ செம்ம கிளாரிட்டியா இருக்கு 1080p மாதிரி இருக்கு உண்மையிலே நீங்க அப்படியே வேணா வீடியோ கால் வாங்க நான் உங்களுக்கு காட்டுறேன் அது எப்படி இருக்குன்னு டிவில இல்ல பொறுங்க நான் ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணி அனுப்பிச்சிடுறேன் உங்களுக்கு இதுக்கு முன்னாடி லைவ் போட்டது ஆமா அது டிவில சூப்பரா இருக்கு பொறுங்க நான் காட்டுறேன் உங்களுக்கு
நைட் 1 மணிக்கு தானே
ஹலோ கரெக்ட் ஓடுனா உடையுது கரெக்ட் தெரியுது
நான் பேசுறேன் ப்ரோ இன்னும்
ப்ரோ நான் ஜெகன் ப்ரோ எப்படி இருக்கீங்க
ஃபைன் ப்ரோ நீங்க எப்படி இருக்கீங்க
நல்லா இருக்கேன் ப்ரோ
எங்க இன்னொருத்தர் சாய் ப்ரோ காணோம்
சாய் ப்ரோ வருவாப்ல இது மேட்ச் பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருக்காரம்மா அதனால
மாத்துங்க
மாத்தி தானே ப்ரோ இருக்கு கரெக்டா என்ன ப்ரோ என்ன ப்ரோ எப்படி இருக்கீங்க ஜெகன் ப்ரோ ப்ரோ வாய்ஸ் சரியா கேட்கல ப்ரோ எனக்கு
அப்படியா ஓகே ஓகே ப்ரோ நல்லா இருக்கேன் ப்ரோ
இப்ப கேக்குது சொல்லுங்க
எங்க ரெட்டி ப்ரோ தான்
ரெட்டியை கூப்பிடுவோமா ரெட்டி முடிச்சு அவங்க எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து தான் கேம் பார்ப்பாங்க ஒரு 2-3 ஃபேமிலிஸ் கேமுக்கு அப்புறம் எப்படியும் ஒரு கமெண்ட்ரி செஷன்ஸ் இருக்கும் அதெல்லாம் முடிச்சுட்டு கேம் அவுட்டா என்னது ரெட்டி ஏதோ கேம் வெளியில வந்திருக்கு
They've lost 5 times to them in a row. at CSK, so they're trying to turn the table, and I can't see how they won't now. 191 matches in his IPL career at a strike rate that is excellent. He can finish it here if he wants. And it's a top edge. Well, they think Mumbai Indians, he's reviewed it straight away. Mumbai Indians think they've got him, but up it goes.
Third umpire to director, we have a player review for a caught behind decision, originally given out. It's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on spin vision, please?
White yellow.
Okay. Can you give me ultra edge?
Stand by ultra edge.
செம்ம காமெடியா இருக்கு.
Take it forward, take it forward, take it fully forward, take it forward, take it forward, take it forward. Okay, it's a flat line. I'm going back to the on-field umpire.
Stand by 3, 7.
Yeah, Viru, you need to reverse your decision. You're on screen now. Make the signal.
So he's missed it by some way, and it's one of those that don't hear the ball. He's that sort of player. If they flick the glove, you're not sending it up.
Can you see the signal that he's just made there to Hardik Pandya? He said that it was the grip that clicked in his hand, and that's what made the noise.
That was the noise.
That's the noise. You can see him doing it again now. Talking to Hardik Pandya to mid-wicket. So clearly there's a little bit of a spring in his bat, and there's a click every time he wields it.
Well, fortunately, we can go upstairs and saved him. Otherwise, fix the click. All right, he can finish it with a maximum. So there is 1 over remaining. CSK need 5 more runs for victory.
158 for 5.
करियर में आगे बढ़ने के लिए मुझे चाटने की नहीं, फिर स्पेशलाइजेशन की जरूरत है, जो मैं कर रहा हूँ अपग्रेड से.
Data and management specializations from top universities online with free career guidance. Upgrade सिर्फ नाम की नहीं, काम की डिग्री.
माथुर के पैसे आ गए.
अरे वही खाता आउट करिए, खाता बुक डाउनलोड करिए, ये उधारी का रिमाइंडर भेजे और उधारी वापस लाए फटाफट. खाता बुक बिजनेस हुआ इजी.
Trent Bolt's going to bowl the final over. Good luck. He's got to get wickets to slow things down, because 5 runs shouldn't be too difficult for these two. Faf du Plessis on 50. He's batted beautifully. 42 balls faced. Rodu and him combined in a really good partnership. Rodu was the express machine, and Faf du Plessis was working at a run a ball. That's all he had to do. So important now that Faf brings them home. And that's 4 of them. They'll need 1 more. It's a real loosener from Trent Bolt.
Well, his initial spell, he bowled over the wicket. He's come round the wicket this time around, trying to change the angle to Faf du Plessis. It bowls it short, bowls it outside the off stump. The slash going for a boundary.
It's been a really good outing for CSK. Good outing for their batsmen. Good to get some top order players in form early. Have some trust in that middle order. Fortunately, Bumrah's been the most expensive bowler this evening for Mumbai Indians, and that's not the expectation. He's gone at over 10s. And there it is. So after 5 consecutive losses to Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super Kings have turned the table.
That means a lot to them. Have a look at them. MS, well, we know that he's happy. It's just the ways that he carries his emotions, and he's done it year on year. Very, very big victory this. Great start to this year's Dream 11 IPL. Not all's lost for the Mumbai Indians, that's for sure. However, they would have loved to have got this one over the line. It was their home game. MS Dhoni won toss, and he's won the game.
Durador makes a range of world-class, tough and long-lasting doors just for you. Durador, the complete door solution. Durador, fit it, forget it.
माथुर के पैसे आ गए। अरे वही खाता आउट करिए, खाता बुक डाउनलोड करिए, ये उधारी का रिमाइंडर भेजे और उधारी वापस लाए फटाफट। खाता बुक बिजनेस हुआ इजी।
Themselves, so these franchises have been here in the UAE for a long, long time. Finally, they get out there and play, and to start quickly with a win just sets you off in the right direction. So well done to the Chennai Super Kings. A little bit of work to do for Mumbai Indians, but they carry this tag of being slow starters anyway, and they won it last year, so I don't think they'll panic.
No, there won't be any panic from the Mumbai Indians for sure. Plenty of matches still to go.
Kings 11 Punjab tomorrow at 6:30 p.m.
So, very good win this for the Chennai Super Kings. As you said, Slats, they had lost to Mumbai Indians all 4 times last year, but they've begun very well this year with this win. It's a very, very convincing win. 5 wickets in hand. MS Dhoni not extended at all. MS Dhoni not out 0 on 2 deliveries. Didn't really have to open his shoulders, MSD, because Ambati Raidu and Faf du Plessis did the job for him. And Sam Curran came in and played a little beauty. 18 of 6 deliveries.
Yeah, and it's nice for them to think early on that the balance is right. They've got some good options sitting in the shed as well. All the franchises do, so that first team 11 takes some thinking. They're trying to get an early balance they can roll with.
And the importance of your senior players batting through. Your senior player who is there to score you the runs. He's there to score you the runs quickly. He's also there to finish games. It's all good and well getting a score and getting out, but it's very, very important to finish the game. And that's exactly what Faf du Plessis has done.
Yeah, good to go for your overseas player. You buy them and expect them to perform for you. But there's Mr. Cool there. And it's time now to go outside and have a chat to Mumbai Indians captain Rohit Sharma. You there, Rohit? You there, Rohit?
I'm here, guys. I'm here. I can hear you.
How are you? Let's go back to the batting. You were batting first, and I thought the opening partnership was a beauty. So that early power play, and then it just failed a little bit after that.
Yeah, it did actually. We didn't. None of our batsmen just carried on once they got in. Like we got to see du Plessis and Raidu did. You got to make it count when you're in, and that's something we failed to do, and which is probably why we were 15-20 runs short in the end. The way we batted till the first 10 overs, we were, I think, 85, 87 with the loss of 2 wickets. So we should have carried on from there. But credit to the CSK bowlers, they bowled pretty well, kept us guessing all the time. But yeah, there's something that is for us to learn and make sure that we don't commit that mistake. Still early days, but yeah, I mean, you got to give credit to CSK.
Well, you're used to carrying this tag, mate, of being slow starters. I know you don't think that's the case, so no panic.
No, not at all. I mean, we all want to start really well. It's very, very crucial in this tournament to start well. It gives you that momentum to get that balance right. But again, I think few things for us to learn from this game. We did make quite a few mistakes, but hopefully, we can go back and rectify those and come out a little smarter next game.
And Rohit, there's a lot of players that will feed on the atmosphere of the crowd, and obviously we've got millions watching in India. It's all going back there. How do you find it without that atmosphere?
Yeah, it was completely different from what we are used to, having so many people cheer for us at the stadium. But we knew we were expecting this. There won't be anyone at the stadium. But I think IPL did a great job making sure that there's some noise going around in the stadium, which was good. But yeah, I guess this is new normal for us for a while. I hope for a little while, and then we'll get back to normal.
And do you think, just finally, the dynamic of the ground? This is a big ground. Sharjah is more like a Wankhede-sized ground, and you've got a bigger ground in Dubai. Does your batting have to change too much? Because there's a lot of outfield catches today.
Yeah, just we got to understand and adapt to the pitches. The pitch got really better towards the end. With the dew coming in, it got slightly better. But again, yes, of course, it's not that we've not played at bigger grounds. You need to try and hit those gaps and make sure that you get singles and doubles as well. Focus on that part of the game as well. It's not just about coming and hitting the shots, because the opposition are reading you all as well, making sure that they can tie you down. So it's all about understanding what one needs to do, and something that we failed to do today. Few batsmen got in, but didn't carry on for a little while.
Rohit, thank you so much, mate. Bad luck today. You've got a brilliant squad and you'll be hard to beat throughout.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.
Rohit Sharma, the captain, and it's going to take them a little bit of time just to get into it. I wonder if there is much of a fitness issue at the start of an IPL. KP, can you comment on that?
I'm not sure there's a fitness issue. I think it's just different. It's completely different. And it's going to take a little bit of time for these guys that haven't played in front of big crowds and the atmosphere, for them to get used to this.
Sam Curran, we've got you out there. A little different these days, mate, with the social distancing. What a game you had.
Yeah, very different. Obviously, I've been quite used to it in the England bubble the last couple of months, but obviously the IPL is so used to the big crowds and things like that, so it's definitely very different, but great start from the guys.
And tell us about that dressing room, CSK. They're a winning dressing room. They've known it for years.
Yeah, it is. I was actually really excited when I was coming to Chennai, but I landed day before yesterday, so I was straight in, haven't actually met a lot of the guys, just straight on the bus, and it probably worked out for me. I didn't actually have to think about my game too much, just went out there and do what I do.
Yeah, we were saying right the way through, you were the ultra competitor. We won't forget that hat trick you got last year. And guess what? You've demoted Dhoni down the order.
Yeah, to be honest, very surprised I went in, but he's a genius and he obviously thought something, but yeah, great win in the end and great start.
Yeah, I imagine that was just to keep a left-right combination going.
I think so, yeah. I think that was the over we said we're going to target no matter what happens. It was kind of a 6 or out mentality, so that's how you got to play this game. Go out there and have a risk, and if it comes off, it comes off, and if it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah, oh well, hopefully you can keep hitting the ball like that, but you've got a great all-round skill, and we thank you for your time. Well played.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
So, Sam Curran will go through the batting card, and we'll just see how the Chennai down that 6 for 4. But brilliant innings from Faflasi and Raudu, I thought was spectacular, Sonny.
Yes, they didn't get off to a very good start. Vijay and Watson falling very early. But as you said, that partnership between Duplessis and Ambati Raidu steadied the ship, and then Jadeja came in and hit a couple of boundaries. And Sam Curran, what an innings he played. Beauty of an innings, 18 of 6. They will be very, very pleased with that effort. 166 for 5, winning with 4 deliveries to spare. Well begun is half done, as they say. And Chennai Super Kings have begun well.
And KP, the bowlers, going to have a tough time. The decks over here are excellent for batting.
Well, they started off beautifully tonight, haven't they? It's a wicket that you definitely turn up as a batsman and say, I want to check in here. Bed and breakfast time, we're going to go. And interestingly, Rohit Sharma was talking about the dew, and I think the dew played an important role in this evening's fixture. Bowled Pattinson, Bumrah, Krunal found it difficult, Chahar unconventional. The first time we've seen a leg spinner bowling from, I don't know where he bowled. He ended up over the wicket, but he came in between. The umpire came from all over the shop, and he took the most beautiful caught and bowled. So we'll see a lot more of that, but they'll have to go back to the drawing board and check a few things out there on the losing side this evening, Mumbai Indians.
Well, certainly CSK have clicked early on. There's always so much talk about they're an ageing squad, but they keep producing, don't they? And they've been able to do it today. Mumbai, in the end, a few runs shy, 162 for 9. They weren't able to keep pressing on after that batting power play. And it was down to Rayudu and du Plessis. That's why Chennai Super Kings have won by 5 wickets.
The return of the Dream 11 IPL, the return of that man MS Dhoni after 437 days away from the game, and it was an entertaining first ball back in the middle for the skipper of the Lions. What a blessing that was for all the fans that waited with bated breath to watch MS Dhoni back in action, and it was the return of CSK to winning ways versus the Mumbai Indians. First win after 5 games. What an epic start to the Dream 11 IPL. We all waited for MS Dhoni's return. We got it, and we got a vintage CSK last over finish just to boot as well. Welcome back to Byju's Cricket Live. Got Kiran Narayanan and, of course, Scotty Stitus and Bigger with us. Brett, that's as good as we can ask for the opening of such an incredible Dream 11 IPL.
Yeah, look, it's been perfect. It's been spot on. We've seen wickets early on. We saw, first in the first innings, a wonderful partnership, getting off to 40 without any loss. And then we saw a couple of wickets in that first innings as well, back to back. And then a wicket in the second innings, first up. So, look, that's what the IPL brings. It brings everything. Very, very exciting.
And for MS Dhoni, it's the perfect start, Scotty. Away from the game, 437 days away. Back, master tactician was back. He moved his troops around on the field perfectly, marshalled it perfectly. All the new recruits did their job, and he was out there in the middle when they finished the job.
Yeah, I think he'll be more impressed by his side's ability to hang in there, because Mumbai, for large periods of that match, were actually dominant and in front of the match. He then, you're right, manoeuvred his bowlers, 1-over spells here and there, kept trying to change it up to allow the Mumbai batters never to be settled against his own bowlers. And then, yes, we didn't see much of him with the bat, but he knows that this is a long tournament. We know this is a long tournament, and we will see plenty of him in this tournament as well, especially when the games get to come on the line. But his genius was there for all to see, the ability, as Sam Curran said, to move him up the order, to go after it. It didn't matter if he got out, and that sort of confidence in his players just shows why the CSK team continues to win.
And the sun-feast bounce moment of the day had to be when MS Dhoni just masterminded that dismissal of Rohit Sharma, didn't it? Wasn't Brett? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And look, it was changing the bowlers at the right time, getting on the right plays against what they thought their best option was to get Rohit Sharma out. So Chawla came on, got the key wicket, and that's obviously when the game started to turn.
Yeah, and Scotty, you've been a part of that dressing room. You know how the mind works with MS Dhoni, master tactician. And he brought mid-off into play and wanted him to go over the top. Just decode this for us.
Well, all it is that you're trying to give yourself the best chance to succeed. He always is happy to take a risk. Sometimes it doesn't play out, sometimes it does. In this case, by putting mid-off up, picks up the wicket, the valuable wicket, which then stopped that big partnership, stopped the scoring rate as well. The decision to bring Jadeja and then Curran up the order to the left-handers to take on the spinners was a masterstroke as well. So I like the fact that he isn't afraid to. He always thinks on the aggressive side of things rather than the negative. And I think what happens when you do that, you pick up the victories as a result.
And Brett, the oppo performance of the day has to be Ambati Rayudu. He came out there, he really shone in the middle, didn't he?
Yeah, it did. It looks as though he's been playing cricket for months, doesn't it? Look, you wouldn't think they've been in COVID and haven't been playing any form of cricket, but some of those shots, that one there, just, the foot was nowhere near the ball, but just trust his balance, trust his hand position. He got a great eye. I love when he plays those, shots off the back foot, rocks back, likes to go downtown. Bit of Dwayne Bravo about that shot, but used his feet well and, had a wonderful innings, set the whole game up for CSK.
And obviously, Scotty, the other big thing here is Suresh Raina not in the mix. This innings, therefore, very important in context of the entire season for them.
Well, just think back to 2 years ago when CSK won this tournament and Ambati Rayudu was their probably number one batsman throughout. Then last year he had a lean tournament and I know they got to the final, but they didn't end up winning it. He started well, and what we saw in those highlights with Raidu is his ability to go over cover and over mid-wicket. Now that makes him doubly difficult to bowl to because you can't protect everywhere. So if CSK are to keep winning and getting through to the playoffs, then Raidu becomes a key figure, and he will take advantage of the fact that Ryan is not there and he can go up the order a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, it is the return of the Dream 11 IPL. It's been such an incredible occasion. We've all waited for it, let's be honest. We've waited so long, and the fans as well have waited for so long to get this underway, and what a cracker of an encounter they've had to start things off as well. It is just superb. These are just fans from across the globe, guys, and this is what it's all about, right? Going into their living rooms, for us here on Byju's Cricket Live, to go into each fan's living room as well, and it just makes such a difference when we can lift the spirits at a time where we all need it.
Yeah, and look, that's something I'm sure they'd rather be at the game, but in these times and these occasions, that's the next best thing. I mean, one benefit, you're close to the bathroom. You don't have to line up for half an hour. So, hey, it's a good thing. Try and turn it into a positive. Great to see the fans.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, I know this tournament is all about the superstars and the overseas stars and everything about the cricket, and that's absolutely right. But the fans make up half of this as well. And we're all hurting from the fact that they're not there, and that the tournament is in the UAE and not just here in India. And I think this is a terrific initiative to get the fans involved, to keep them connected to the teams. And we see the passion, even in that short clip, we see the passion of what cricket means in this country.
And definitely CSK fans will be rejoicing because of that bowling effort, right, Thinger? They had just had a great start today.
Yeah, they did. And look, obviously there's two sides to winning. You've got to bat well, you've got to bowl well. But I was really happy with the way that they bowled. You know, they contained. Thought the start there, Mumbai Indians got off to a very good start. They had, you know, as I said, done for 40. I think it was done for 43 at one stage. But then you get a couple of wickets back to back, and then to get that belief, they finished very well. Picked up 4 wickets for 30 odd in the last 5 overs. That's a difference. That's what closes the game out. Gets that momentum to go into the second innings, and then hopefully sets up with the bat.
Yeah, Scotty, 4 for not much in that final phase and the death overs. How critical was that for CSK's bowling department?
Well, that was the winning of the game. It's as simple as that. 36 runs, 4 wickets in the last 5 overs, the death overs, when you accept and expect a lot of the scoring to be done, but they kept losing those wickets. Now, I know James Pattinson can bat, and he's more than capable at number 8, but you expect all the runs to come from the top 7, and they were out by that point. So you're asking a lot of the tail, and it was just a little slow in that first half of the match when it was still sunlight and the dew hadn't kicked in, and therefore the tail didn't quite find the rhythm to score the runs consistently. And Rohit Sharma mentioned they were about 10 or 15 runs short. They get those runs on the board, I'm not sure CSK would have been able to chase it down.
And also the new recruits, Brett. Piyush Chawla, the first wicket of this Dream 11 IPL, then Sam Curran both with ball and then with bat as well. That will please MSD and the CSK camp plenty.
Absolutely. I mean, Sam Curran's a great great asset to their side. Both with bat and ball. He's good in the field. Took a nice catch again today. I think just quickly though, Mumbai Indians, I don't think had a lot of luck tonight. Those 2 great catches by Faf du Plessis. If they both go for 6, you throw 12 on plus what the batsman would have made. Different game.
Yeah. Does that come into MSD's, again, field placements as well, Scotty? Having the right man in the right spot, having Faf where he was?
Yep, they're called the hot spots. That's what the players term it as. And your best fieldsmen go into those positions. Why? Because you want them to be there fielding the most number of deliveries. No different to you want Rohit Sharma at the top because you want him batting against the most number of deliveries. And it's the same principle. So, you know, he's always there. Kieron Pollard's always at long on or long off for the Mumbai Indians. Same thing. The best fielders in the game because they're the ones you want touching the ball.
It was such an important game also for CSK because they lost 4 out of 4 last year versus MI. And coming into this, obviously a big game for MI as well because our Sprite Cool fact of the day will give you guys a lot to think about. MI now have not won their opening game of the Dream 11 IPL since 2013. That's 8 matches played, 8 matches lost. They're slow starters in general. They've gone on to win 4 of those seasons after that, Brett, but that is a crazy record.
Oh, it's a horrible record to look at. Look at that, 8 matches, 8 lost. What they're better off doing next year, 2021, will forfeit the first game, sit in a hotel, have an extra couple of days off and just relax because it's not going to happen. Just chill.
You saw Rohit Sharma at the post-match there almost chuckled to himself and laughed when it was brought up that they're slow starters. They know the record, they know, everybody knows it, and it's not a big deal because they've been there, done that before, they've come home strong, and as we all know, it is your form in the last couple of group games and then how you take that into the playoffs that really matters.
Yeah, it's so important for them, isn't it, Kieran?
It really is, and I think it's time now that we head down for the presentation with Simon Dawn.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a magnificent start to the Dream 11 IPL for 2020. Chennai Super Kings getting over top of the Mumbai Indians here tonight at the Zaid Stadium in Abu Dhabi. BCCI would like to say a huge thank you to all the sponsors of the Dream 11 IPL. They are Dream 11, Tata Altros, Unacademy, Cred, Paytm and Seat Tyres. Right, to start the presentations off tonight, I could ask Faf du Plessis to come forward and collect his trophy and his cheque to collect the Dream 11 Game Changer of the Match award, and that is for his 100 fantasy points. Congratulations, Faf. Dream 11 logo and Dream 11 Game Changer of the Match award.